Hi guys, it's William. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake. This cheesecake is amazing and super easy to make since it's not going to be baked in the oven. It's a no-bake cheesecake, which means always more easy than regular cheesecakes since you don't have to use, for example, a water bath or anything else that involves cooking or cracking. So stress-free cheesecake for you. So let's start with the recipe. Okay, so first of all, we are going to take care of the crust, always very important when it comes to cheesecake. And I'm using today some digestive biscuits. You can definitely use some graham crackers. And I'm going to crush them down until I have a very nice batter, and then I will add the melted butter. My crust is now looking like wet sand, so it's perfect and ready to go. As you can see, I'm not going to use a cheesecake mold in this recipe. I'm never using a cheesecake mold in my cheesecakes. I'm just using a regular cake pan since I really like this pan, and I don't think it's easier to actually use a removable bottom cheesecake pan, and it makes the cheesecakes look more beautiful in my opinion. So this is why I'm using it today. And I buttered my pan and lined it with a parchment paper so that nothing sticks. And I'm going to put my crust and tap it down just to make sure that it's pretty flat. Great, so the crust is now ready to go. I'm going to put it in the fridge while we take care of the delicious white chocolate filling. So for our white chocolate cheesecake filling, we are going to start off, of course, using some white chocolate. And I'm going to actually make a sort of ganache with white chocolate and heavy cream. You can also use double cream if you're in the UK. And I'm going to make that in the microwave, just melting the chocolate in the cream. This is going to make it easier when we will pour the chocolate in the cheesecake batter so that nothing splits. And so I'm going to melt it in the microwave and let it stand for about 5 to 10 minutes until it comes back to room temperature, but it's still liquid. Now for the cheesecake, of course, I'm going to use some full-fat cream cheese, always very important when it comes to cheesecake. And I'm going to mix it well with my beaters here. You can definitely use a KitchenAid if you have one. And I'm going to mix that until my cream cheese softens and looks pretty smooth. Great, we can add a touch of icing sugar, and I'm also going to add some vanilla extract for flavor. And I'm going to mix that again. Now it's time to add the white chocolate ganache and mix one last time. Now for the last ingredient, and very important, I'm going to add some creme fraiche, which is pretty much the equivalent of sour cream in the US. I would suggest using only heavy cream if you're in the US or double cream if you're in the UK. If you're in France, of course, use some creme fraiche, which is just the best ever. And I'm going to mix one last time until I have a very thick yet airy cheesecake batter. Okay, it is time to pour the cheesecake batter into our prepared pan, and I'm also going to add some raspberry compote or jam if you would like, or jelly even, just something with a lot of raspberries in it, and I'm going to make a beautiful swirl using a knife. Okay, our cheesecake is now ready to set in the fridge overnight, at least to make sure that everything sets properly, and then we can finally decorate it. So I've let my cheesecake set in the fridge overnight and also a bit in the freezer just to make sure that it was easier to unmold, since my cream cheese wasn't very thick as the ones you can find in the US. If you're in the US, don't worry about anything since the cream cheese is so thick and so firm and hard that you don't need any gelatin, for example, or any freezer. But I needed that for the unmolding of my cheesecake, so I did that as well, and it turned out very nice and almost frozen, perfect for summer. And so I'm going to decorate my cheesecake using more of that raspberry jelly, jam, or whatever you call it, and then I will add some fresh raspberries. Now I'm going to decorate the top of my cheesecake with some beautiful white chocolate curls. I'm going to use a vegetable peeler to do so. It's so easy, as you can see, and the cheesecake is already done. And there you go, as you can see, this recipe was so easy to make and perfect for spring and summer when the weather gets hotter and nicer outside. Please use some beautiful raspberries in season if you can. You can also decorate it with other things if you would like as well. Be creative, it will be delicious anyway. You can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below this recipe, as well as my social media, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. And please subscribe to my channel, it really means a lot and helps me grow on YouTube. And like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon for another amazing dessert recipe. Bye!